Hi everyone, this is Lanier Smith from Sense Memory, and it's a Saturday afternoon and I'm having a cup of tea in this wonderful little mug that Farah gave to me on our last trip out of perfume shopping and whatnot last weekend. So thank you, Farah, for this wonderful cup. Delicious. So I've been a little irresponsible, and that's in answering or doing tags that I've been tagged in. So today I'm going to work on a couple of those. So stay tuned for the very first one, which is a very interesting one by Max Forti. The tag I was tagged in by Greggie Boy 76 is Max Forte's tag, One House, Four Seasons. And what that is that you choose one house that you could wear a fragrance from for each season of the year. If you could only wear that one house and that one fragrance each season. So it will be no surprise to anyone that the house I chose is the house of Chanel. Now, I have to say before we begin that my signature fragrance from the age of 21 was from the House of Chanel, and it was in those days called Chanel for Men, but then it was changed to Chanel pour Monsieur. Now, this is a bottle which can only be found in Europe, Canada, and on cruise lines. That's where I got mine, on a cruise ship. And this fragrance, I feel, could be worn any time of the year. Spring, summer, fall, winter. It was my go-to fragrance, the only fragrance I wore all year round, and really was and is a favorite. But since I'm going to be doing this particular tag, I chose 4 different fragrances from the House of Chanel. And the first one is a classic from the 1920s by the nose of Ernst Beau, and that would be Quai de Russie. And there you have it in this bottle. Now, the reason I chose this one was partly because it is a very early fragrance from the house, and more importantly, because it is so incredibly beautiful. It is one of the most beautiful leather fragrances on the market, and it is incredible in the winter. It just wraps you up like in a leather jacket and holds you close and just keeps you going all day. It really is a beautiful fragrance. Now, for spring, I chose something from the women's line, which is certainly, in my opinion, unisex. And this is a very green, very beautiful, very spring-like Chanel number 19. Now, this fragrance was created for Coco Chanel the year before she passed away. She passed away in 1971, and this was her fragrance, and then was presented to the public. And it is an incredibly beautiful green. It smells like rolling in green grass in the spring. It is so beautiful. And I definitely recommend it for anyone, man or woman, who really likes a fresh, green, wonderful springtime fragrance. So then for summer, I've also chosen another ladies' fragrance. And this one is by the new nose at Chanel, Olivier Polge. And this is the Flanker de Chance, and it's Chance Eau Vive. Now, Chance Eau Vive is a citrus fragrance. Its best note, top note, the note that drives me insane and makes me love it so much, is the note of a blood orange. And blood oranges are so beautiful. I had my first blood orange on the Via Veneto when I was staying at the Excelsior Hotel on my very first trip to Rome. And I'd never had a blood orange before, and so whenever I smell this, I remember my time in Rome. It is really a beautiful fragrance, and a man or woman could wear it. It's just a fresh, very, fresh is the wrong word. It's a snappy fragrance. It's bright. It's It's of the moment and full of La Dolce Vita. Now for fall, I chose the new version of Pour Monsieur by Chanel. And this is a Pour Monsieur Eau de Parfum. And there you have it. And the reason I chose this is because it is so very, very close to the original. Not at all, in my opinion, like the Pour Monsieur Concentré of a few years back. This is really a beautiful fragrance and is perfect in fall. It's just evocative of that time of year when everything is turning colors. The weather is snapping from a heat wave into that wonderful crisp feeling you have in the morning that carries into the afternoon. That's so beautiful. So there you have my choices from the House of Chanel, and definitely worth trying all of them. Now, who would I like to tag in this tag? I'm going to tag two of our best reviewers from the UK, and that would be Eva in the City and also Mr. Smelly 1977. I hope you'll take up the challenge and join me in this wonderful tag and have fun doing it. So this is Lanier Smith from Sense Memory saying, remember, wear what you love and not what they say you should like. One more thing before I go, I want to let you know that I'm going to put a link down below to Max Forti's channel, to Greggie Boy's channel, to Eva in the City's channel, and to Mr. Smelly 1977 channel. Be sure to check them out. They're all wonderful reviewers.